Welcome to the College Football Bros. I'm Michael Newman.
I'm Ryan Newman.
And I'm Trey Newman.
All right, the college football season is coming up right around the corner, and we are going to look ahead to the first week. Ryan, what's our question?
Question is, what are the 10 best Week 1 games?
All right, so let's go through this. Let's draft it. Ryan, you've got the first pick. Easy one.
Yep.
Slam dunk.
Yep, easy one, no doubt about it. UGA versus Clemson in Charlotte. Georgia Clemson Saturday night. That's what everybody's looking forward to, baby. Easy number one choice.
Okay. Second pick for me, I'm going to go Alabama versus Miami in Atlanta. Alabama, of course, probably going to start out the season number one. Miami, top 15-ish. They've got a lot of returning production, so if De'Aaron King is back to health, they could make it a game. It's going to be a big spread, so I'm not necessarily expecting a close game, but I'm still really excited for it. Like Bryce Young against De'Aaron King, that's all you need.
Absolutely. All right, I'm actually going to go at number 3, maybe a little off the radar for some, but it's a Big Ten conference game, Penn State at Wisconsin.
That's high for this one. Wow.
No, that's not high. It's like they're like two top 15-ish.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to get...
I like non-conference.
Well, I do, but I mean, if you're saying right off the bat you have to start with a tough conference game, 2 top 20 teams probably, a lot is on the line. Like for Penn State, they would really be behind the 8 ball if they lose right away because they're in that division with Ohio State where they can't afford any slip-ups. But both teams, their storylines just within the game itself. They need bounce back years. Penn State, we know they started dreadful, got hot late. How does the offense look? And then, the Badgers, I think last year was more of an aberration with the full offseason, more healthy roster, less COVID interruptions. Graham Mertz might start to look like what we thought he would. So it'll be a fun one to watch.
Yep. All right. Fair enough. All right. Moving on to number 4. I'm going to go with the Sunday night game. I'll take Notre Dame at Florida State.
Okay.
Notre Dame is probably going to be a little bit, they're still going to be a good team, but probably a little bit down after what they had last year. Florida State, can they bounce back? Is Mackenzie Milton going to be the guy? Kind of interested to see that, but it's 2 storied programs. Whoever wins is obviously going to set themselves up for a pretty good season, at least to start. So I'm looking forward to that one. It's the only game on that day. It'll be fun.
I think that's a good pick. I'm excited for that one. With the 5th pick here, I'm going to take LSU at UCLA. This is this is a game we've been talking about all summer long, it feels like. We're excited. I mean, both teams should be improved. UCLA could easily be a top 25 team. Probably not in the initial polls, but I think that's how good they could be.
Beat LSU and they will be.
Yeah, exactly. And LSU just has the widest variance of just about any team as far as what they might be this season. So if LSU comes in this game, they win convincingly and look good, then I'm thinking, whoa, I was wrong about them. They might be, a 10-2 type team. If they lose and don't look great, then I'm starting to look at like 7-5. So I just think it's a big game for them.
Yep.
Yeah, and we're going to learn so much about LSU right away because if they can't slow down DTR in that offense, it'll be interesting. Yeah, can't wait. All right, I'm going to go to Friday night, North Carolina at Virginia Tech, another conference game. North Carolina, as we record this, is only a 5.5-point favorite, and it's kind of short for a game where most people have North Carolina in the top 10, going against an unranked Virginia Tech team with Justin Fuentes obviously on the hot seat. They had a down season. One of their quarterbacks left. It's just going to be fun in general with all these games to have a hostile atmosphere. Lane Stadium's always raucous. We can see if they can attempt to slow down Sam Howell. And then I also want to see if the defense for the Tar Heels can show improvement from last year in this first game.
Yep. All right. That's a good pick. Moving on to number 7. I'm going to take Louisiana at Texas. I think this is an underrated one here. Saturday afternoon, but both teams are going to be preseason top 25. And if Texas wins this game,
I don't know if I'm willing to guarantee that for Louisiana. Maybe
they'll be really close.
Yeah.
Yes. If they're not, they'll be just outside. Both both teams, I mean, if Texas wins this game, it's going to be a great first win for Sark. I mean, Louisiana is a great team. They have everybody coming back off a really good squad. So Louisiana won at Iowa State in game 1 last year, so they're not going to be scared at all. I'm looking forward to that one.
That's a great game. That's going to be awesome. Like if Texas loses that, which it wouldn't be that bad of a loss, right? Louisiana is very good.
Yeah.
But the internet would go wild, especially being the first game since announcing they're going to the SEC. So
exactly, a lot rides on it.
Yeah. Okay, my next pick here is Ohio State at Minnesota. This gets a bump for me because it's on Thursday night. It's of course the big game that night, and it's our first look at C.J. Stroud or whoever the starting quarterback for Ohio State is. And Minnesota, they should, I think, have somewhat of a bounce back year. It's only a 14.5-point spread. I know that's still fairly large, but that's not huge. Like it's not just a total gimme for Ohio State.
Yep. I like that one too. Wow. So this is going to be this is the 9th pick, my last pick, and I am torn. I'm going to go Boise State at UCF.
Ooh, you took mine. All right.
Okay. It's a Thursday game as well. Going to help set the tone for the weekend. And you get 2 new coaches here in a fun non-conference game. You got Avalos and Gus Malzahn. I'm hoping Malzahn plays a little more free and quick like he did earlier in his Auburn days. And he should, really, with the offense that he's inheriting, led by Dylan Gabriel, can throw it all over the field. And then Boise State, we still don't know who's going to be quarterback. You got Jack Sears, incumbent Hank Bachmeier. It's going to be really fun non-conference game to see. And I'm curious to see what both teams look like with the new coach, and then especially for Boise on the road in the bounce house.
Yep, that one's going to be fun. Okay, number 10, final pick. Golly gee, that's tough.
Yeah.
I am going to go with Indiana at Iowa. That's another very important conference game right out of the get-go. I mean, I know they're on different sides of the conference, but 2 probable top 25 teams going at it in week 1. If Indiana goes to Iowa and wins, they're just going to kind of further cement themselves like, hey, stop treating us like we're not for real, man. Indiana, we're for real. If Iowa wins, the West better look out, though.
All right, there you have it. The primetime Monday, no Louisville Ole Miss. There's, I'm sure, some other ones we didn't get to, but let us know in the comments on YouTube any games we missed. That'll do it for this episode of the College Football Bros. We will be back tomorrow discussing the head coaches with the hottest seats headed into 2021. See you then.
You've been watching the College Football Bros. Be sure to subscribe here on YouTube and in your podcast app for college football content all year round. For bonus episodes and access to our Discord chat, join our Patreon at patreon.com/collegefootballbros. Thanks for watching.